Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Dishonored Definitive Edition Complete Stealth Pacifist walkthrough. And this is mission 7, also known as the Flooded District. And in this mission, due to some unfortunate circumstances, you have ended up an guest, so to speak, to the assassins. They have captured you and we have to escape from this old silo or whatever it is. Also, they have taken away all your gear, and you have the option to retrieve them in this mission, but I will not be doing that, because that is way too risky on a complete stealth run. But there are two ways, as far as I know, to get out of captivity here. You can choose to go upstairs and try to get past two assassins, or you can do as I do and head down. Because all you have to worry about here are some hagfish. And I think this is much easier because there's less of a risk of getting spotted. But you can get eaten by the fish if you're not quick to blink out through that grating or the debris in the way. But if you choose to go for your equipment, there is a fun little Easter egg when you get to the house or the building where they are located. If you remember High Overseer Campbell from Mission 2, the guy we branded with the mark of the heretic, if you go in there you can find him and realize he has turned into a weeper. So things didn't go well for him after we crossed paths. But in this mission we are going after Daud, the leader of the assassins and the guy who killed the Empress. And you have the choice to kill him, of course, but instead we are gonna be merciful and just steal his key and continue onwards and his pouch. And in this area there are quite a few assassins, so I blink up into this apartment and grab this key from the wall so we can unlock the door at the end of this area. There is an assassin over here on the roof. Be very careful here. I think he's always sitting there looking down when you go out through that door. But just in case, be very careful. We blink up behind him and I don't even choke him out. I just focus on getting out of here. And I would say that this mission is by far the most challenging in this game. And it is challenging for one specific reason, and that is the place we are in now. Because you're gonna have to do a few risky blinks to get through this area if you don't have your crossbow. Or I don't even think it's easier when you have your crossbow, so you can use sleep darts. Instead, there are a lot of assassins. You can see one assassin sitting up there on a ledge looking down. So I'm gonna try to swim under the water and crawl up this little staircase so I can get a better look at him and see if he's gonna turn away or whatever he's gonna do. You can see him just at the edge there between the two walkways. But he doesn't seem like he wants to move out of the way. may seem like the picture has frozen, but it hasn't. I was just sitting still waiting for him to move. And this is the first of the two very risky blinks you're gonna have to do, because I blink over the edge here, or try to blink over the edge. I didn't quite get past it, so I get down here and try to blink up on this little walkway up here. And this is one of those really risky moments, because I'm not quite sure where the assassins are right now. You run the risk of being spotted the very second you get up there. But if you're quick, you should be just fine. And be very careful here, because as you can see, there are some guard dogs over there. If you sneak slowly, they shouldn't detect you. Usually they're sleeping, so if you're very careful and you blink over to that chimney, they shouldn't have a single clue about your presence. And here comes the second dangerous blink, so I recommend drop a safety save before passing this corner. Because now we are gonna sneak out and we are gonna blink into Daud's headquarters. So as soon as you get the marker inside the window or at the edge of the window, blink immediately and move in there as fast as you can, because as I said, there are quite a few assassins outside. One of them may be looking in that direction, but if you're really quick in through the window, he won't notice that you're there. So we sit here and wait for these two guys to finish their little conversation. Even though this is the most difficult mission in the game, it's absolutely one of my favorite ones, because as far as this game, it's quite a dystopian game. Everything is very dilapidated and the world has gone to shit really fast, and I think this mission really shows how bad things are, and there's something great about that aesthetic. And I know that not everyone shares my opinion. One of my friends actually told me he stopped playing the game during this mission because he thought it was so depressing, so he didn't want to continue on playing it. And this guy over here, the guard by the door, he can be such a troll. Because I was hoping that he would start walking or something so I could choke him out, just to be on the safe side, but he didn't want to cooperate. So I decided to just tuck my balls and start blinking up towards the lamps in the ceiling. And this is also one of those risky moves. This was a complete gamble on my behalf, because you're at big risk of getting spotted. You see me turning around, checking where he is. He's so lazy, even blinked over to the other side of the door. I guess that's the drawback of getting the skill of teleportation. You stop walking. But if you blink over to that door and head immediately in behind it, you will not get spotted. Also, just be quick, get over that spotlight as the assassin apprentice goes around there, and you'll be fine. Hopefully. You can get spotted if you're really unlucky, but that is something that just happens once in a blue moon. And always remember to safety save, and you should be fine. And now we are getting close to Daud, and we're gonna pickpocket him, and I'm gonna do it in a very ballsy way, I think it is. Almost shat myself first time that assassin spawned in. But Daud, for being an assassin and a guy who's supposed to be aware of his surroundings, he isn't as aware as he should be. So we blink up on this bookshelf, and I'm gonna get down beneath his little desk. So just blink down there and crawl in beneath the desk, and we're fine. So we're gonna have to steal the pouch from his belt, which you can take as soon as he gets close to you. You just pickpocket it. And we're gonna have to steal the key over there. And Daud is patrolling back and forth, and there is also an assassin walking over to the right. And he is your main concern, because Daud has his set little patrol pattern. And just keep an eye on that assassin. So we sneak out, be very quick, and I go back into under the desk just for safety's sake, and I got really lucky because the assassin guard almost spotted me for some reason, because I was well under the desk before he turned around. And once again we wait for a few seconds to get Daud in a better position, and also get a check on where the guard is so we can get back up on the bookshelf. And now when you get out of here, as soon as he stops cock blocking my blink, look, how easy was that? Easy as pie. But here is another one of those moments where you have to save. If you haven't done a manual save in the entire game, make a manual save over there. Because when you get down here, this can go very easily or it can go totally wrong, because the guards out there are completely random. You saw everything went really streamlined, very quick, and that took quite a few tries, people. Because sometimes you can just drop down there, blink in through the door, and no one will notice anything, and sometimes you can be there for an eternity. And that's me picking up my first rune in the entire game. But as I said, just drop a safety save in there and be very quick and hope that you're lucky, or try to watch the guards to get a good pattern before you head down. And now you get that you spared your target, Daud, and we can continue onwards. And this is quite easy. You have gotten past the hardest part of this level, because getting into Daud's base and getting out are definitely the most challenging parts of this game. And we're getting close to the point where my friend actually stopped playing, because as you can see, everything has really gone down the shitter. And I started wondering, I know that I said in my previous video that this game takes place over about a week, but I'm not quite sure that that's true, because if that is so, then the world has been going down for quite a while, and the Empress and Corvo are supposed to be good people and really caring about their people. So are they very unaware of the world they live in, sitting in the Dunwall Tower, or has everything really gone bad fast? If you have any theories, or if you know anything more about timeline than I do, please let me know in the comments. It's always great to hear other people's opinions. And this is one of the reasons my friend stopped playing. That train over there that just goes back and forth dumping corpses, because that is the point we have reached in Dunwall. People are dying so fast they even have a train with the sole purpose of dumping them in the river. And you hear a woman moaning right now. That is a woman that has been infected by the plague, but she has not yet turned into a weeper, so I will go into her apartment. It does not count as being spotted since she is neutral towards you, so don't be afraid to do that, because it will not negate ghost or shadow trophies. And I tried to do take a few different paths first, but I'm gonna try or I am gonna catch a ride with that train into the next area. So we need to gain some ground before we can go there. Here we have her.
Are you some new kind of guard, like a tall boy?
She just talks to you a little bit and is very bitter about being dead soon, which I can understand, because who wants to die? But this train, when we get onto it, when you reach the end of the train's path, there is a wall of sparks, and you're gonna have to blink off the train just before it. So when you sit up here, once again, drop a safety save, because what I'm gonna do now does require some quite exact timing, because if you do it too early, you're gonna fall down, and if you're too late, you're gonna go into the wall of sparks and you're gonna die. But we are gonna jump off by the whale oil tank that controls the wall of sparks. So when the train arrives, just wait for it to dump the corpses. If you try to land on the train right now, you will fall off into the river and have to try to redo this. But as soon as it goes back up, we can hitch a ride. So keep your blink ready. There are some tall boys down here, and it's quite a hostile area. You can see the whale oil tank over there, so just blink, get off, take out the whale oil tank, and everything is fine. And the tall boys are totally unaware of your presence. So we sneak over the tracks or blink over the tracks because they are electrified and will kill you if you touch them. And then we can continue onwards. Now we're heading for the sewers to get back. Since we have taken the things we need from Daud, we are going back to the Hunt Pits pub. That is a good thing to know. And in the street there are some weepers, so stay over here to the left and head into this lit up old apartment and crawl up this old fallen down floor. Because if you don't, you can get in here through a door over to the right, but there are some boards set up, so you're gonna have to break them with your sword. And when you break them with your sword, you run the risk of the weepers hearing it and killing you, or being aware of you and spotting you, and that will negate ghost and shadow, and we don't want that. Not when we've gotten so far into this game, because after mission 7 there are only 2 missions left. And now you're safe. There are some people living down here, but they are completely friendly towards you. They are in a neutral state, so they will not attack you. Them seeing you will not count as being spotted. It will not negate any trophies. And if you come down here in a high chaos run, they will have all turned into weepers, and you're gonna face off against a shitstorm. And out here there are some river crusts, and river crusts are those crab-like things that shoot stuff at you. So be very quick here. Don't break those boards, instead blink up on these pipes and start running. Try to get out of their line of fire as fast as you can, and as soon as you get around that corner, you're gone away from them. And then we just blink up the stairs and we are almost back at the Hunt Pits pub. We're just gonna go through this sewer exit and into the Hunt Pits. And that is the end of mission 7. As you can see, there are no detections, there are no kills. I have never been detected, and everything is peachy. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next episode. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.